Okay, people, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my YouTube channel, which is a music channel, but this will be my first non-music related video, and it will be yet another unboxing video because those seem to be really popular. So apparently I have a problem. I'm addicted to 7-inch Android tablets. Having been a recovering iPad user, one of my iPads got lost/stolen, and I really couldn't afford to replace it. So Christmas of last year, I saw an $80 special for this, a dual-core Android tablet with a bit of a low-grade display. But very quickly, I found out that it was pretty much as powerful as the iPad mini that I had purchased a couple of years ago at a very, very high cost. So after playing with it for a month, thought, you know, this is nice, but I'm a tech guy and a music guy. I could really use something more powerful. Really wanted a quad core. So then I saw this at Walmart, the Hisense 7-inch quad core. Little did I know when I purchased this, this is absolutely the first generation quad core that ever came out for a tablet. So at the time it was revolutionary when it came out, but it had been sitting on the shelf at Walmart for probably about a year before I purchased it. Always do your homework, people. So even though it was a quad core, it was only about a third faster than that machine I just showed you that cost $80. Did have some better features, much higher display, just much higher quality. You could feel it as you used it. Had an HDMI out. So I was really trying to stop myself from buying anything else. I keep getting these ads from Amazon, and they had a 7-inch Kindle HD Fire for under $200. I'm thinking that's what this is, so let's check it out. I know that Amazon, it's not a straight Android. They put their own skin on it, their own flavor of the OS, but I've got a good work friend who got a 10-inch and she loves it. So we shall see. Putting it with all my other musical boxes. Sure enough, here we go. Kindle Fire HDX from Amazon. Shipped early. It was supposed to get here Friday. It's only Wednesday. So that's impressive so far. Not a bad box. Pretty long. Just slides out. Well, that's just the cover. So we have a nice, almost watch quality. For those of you who collect or buy watches, when you get a nice watch, it comes in a really nice box. This tablet, so far, looks pretty good. I'm wondering how they got the charger in here as well. Oh, looks like it's probably underneath this. Okay, right away, I like the weight of it. Feels like there's something actually there. Nice and meaty. Doesn't feel cheap like the first tablet I bought. That thing could blow away in a good stiff wind. And we'll see if this thing has a charge on it. So it's got a front-facing camera as well as rear-facing. Nice, almost metal-feeling plastic edge, but it's obviously not metal. And then the plastic grippy part here. See if it turns on. Kindle Fire. Goes through 2 boot screens. Perhaps that's just because this is the initial boot. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to play around with this. There's going to be some boring stuff you're probably not going to want to see while I set it up, and I'll come back. Okay, so the initial boot up process took longer than I would have liked, and it immediately tried to sell me some product before I could even use it. But now, welcome to your new Kindle. We'll now quickly show you how to get started using your home screen. Swipe to the left. So they've got all of their different things that you can buy from them up there. Oh, actually no, this is nice. So it's already figured out that I have a Kindle app that I had used previously on my iPhone and my other 7-inch tablets, and it's got all the books I've purchased there and available to use. That's kind of nice. Then swipe to see my apps. Swipe back down. Congratulations, I'm finished. So again, interesting. Here's all the books I've purchased. Very cool. And up top, they've got shop, games. Don't have any installed, obviously. Could have some games in the cloud, apparently. Apps. And you can view on device or in cloud. Apparently they want you to be on cloud. So this, I'm not real thrilled with this initial setup screen. It seems a little bulky and a little difficult. Let me work more with this and check in on a third segment here. Okay, so one thing I was really interested in, besides the price of this Kindle, was that they said it has the fastest processor available on a 7-inch device. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to run the 3D Gamers benchmark, because that's one way I found out that this Hisense, even though it has a quad-core processor, had a really low-performing quad-core processor. So I'm going to run that same benchmark on this device, compare the results, present it to you folks, and then we'll have a good sense of whether or not this was a good value. So basically what this does is it runs a simulated space war game on your device and then gives you benchmarks of how it performed in terms of not just frames per second, but also all of the calculations that were required to run behind the scenes to make that happen. It takes a while to install and run, so we'll get back to you again in another segment. Okay, running the Ice Storm Unlimited benchmark. So far, not a moment's hesitation, and is registering like 50 to 60 frames per second. I think this is going to end with a very impressive score. This tablet I'm making the video on, the Hisense, had a score of about 13,000, so we'll see what this shows. Probably going to take another 5 minutes to complete, so again I'll come back with the results.